Guys, I'm here. I wasn't in my seat this time, so I couldn't actually see the chat. So let's see what's going on. Hey, yeah, we got a new starter screen. I made that. I'm not great at editing, okay? I'm not great, but I tried to cartoonize myself. I'll show you again. See, like I tried to make myself like a cartoon, but it's hard. So I might have to play around with that. I applied for a partner, I did. There should be like one sub on here. What are you saying? First of all, I'm annoyed. Why isn't my sub goal working? Because 2 people have subbed and it's not coming up for some reason. I want it to come up. Listen, if not, after this stream, like we're starting today regardless, and I get a stream summary of everything, so I'll be able to see it and I will just adjust it for the next stream to the amount. We're not playing games with this. We're not playing games. What did Gabriel say? Did you know if you say R and R out loud, it sounds like oh no in Australian accent? R and R. I love it. I love it. What's up, everybody? I don't really have a plan for today. So what we were gonna do, I just got off the phone with my client. For the purpose of this stream, if it happens, I'm gonna call Pierce LePage my client. Because you know what I think we're gonna do? You know what I think we're gonna do once a month for my streams, if we can make it work for the next bit? I'm gonna have a guest on. I'm gonna have a guest on for one of the streams every month. It's gonna be like my celeb guest. The only reason I'm doing it once a month, because I feel like maybe I won't get enough guests for more than that. So I'm gonna plan it for once a month. We can have a guest on. Because what I was thinking is that I saw like the guest feature. Why isn't the sub goal going up? Why isn't it? Does anyone know why? Should I redo it? Should I try to redo it? I have semi-famous friends, but not a lot of people have Twitch. It's at 4 out of 1,000. It is, but nothing's working. Oh, does it actually say 4? It does say 4. I'm dead. Okay, that's my issue right there. It is going up. It's just I've never set it to so much before. 1,000. What? Let me see. I have to look at the screen really close. Is it blue? You were confused. Okay, I see. I was so mad. I was like, why isn't this sub goal going up? I want you guys to get credit. Yeah, the writing is over the thing. Can I adjust that? Let me try to adjust that quickly. Oh, we're at 5. There we go. I just want the writing to be a bit bigger, but I guess you can't do that. Okay. I like this. There we go. Holy. I think we should watch a video on how to make cake pops, just because I feel like that's probably a good idea to do right now. And then I'm gonna take a quiz. How to make homemade cake pops. Cake pops at home. Maybe I should do some research for easy. Yeah, easy. We're gonna learn this together, guys. I should do an ADHD quiz. Should I do that? Sometimes I think I'm slightly on the spectrum, and then I did a quiz and it confirmed it. That's the first time I've told anyone. You know when you say when you say things and you can't take it back? We knew. Aw, thanks guys. Okay. Moving on. I think, yeah, that's true though. I think you're right. I think you're right. But mine wasn't with like the social stuff. It was with the overstimulation with like sensory things, like sounds. I can't do certain sounds. And then I'm really bad if there's like, if I'm not ready for like physical touch and someone like touches me on the shoulder, it really makes my skin crawl. Like my whole body tenses up. Fight or flight kind of thing. Maybe that is normal. Is it? Okay, we're doing a quiz, the empath test. Do you guys think you're empathetic? I want to hear, I guess everyone probably thinks that they are, right? I think, listen, I think I'm selectively sympathetic. And I'm only saying that to be completely honest, because it sounds maybe bad. If I can't relate to something, I really struggle at being sympathetic towards it. And it sounds selfish, right? I know, I already know that. But I think it's like your emotions are attached to things. And so I can be there for them, but I won't feel emotions for them. Do you know? Like I can be like, I'm sorry that happened to you. Sympathetic. Oh, empathetic, I guess. Wait. Empathetic, I guess. Wait, no, what is this? It's the empath test. Empathetic. That's what I meant. Sorry. Thanks, Zed, for the subs. I can now see a little bit of blue in our sub goal. Thank you so much. I see. Okay, this is an empath test. So I guess I was just saying I do feel I'm sympathetic. I'm not sure if I'm always empathetic. And the times that I am empathetic are when I feel like my emotions could relate in some way. I don't know if I could feel sad for someone for an issue that I have absolutely no experience in. Does that sound bad? Most people are not really empathetic though. They'll say, I'm sorry, but don't really feel that bad unless it's something that matters to them too. Yes, true. I think I'm trying to think how I would react. I think I care that they're sad, but I'm not sad for the same issue that they're sad about. That's what it is. Does that make sense? It's like, I care about the person. So I care that they are sad. I don't want my friend to be sad. But at the same time, I don't feel direct sadness for the thing that they're sad about. That's what it is. Yeah, like I don't think I can translate my sadness into somebody what specifically someone else is sad about, but I care about people deeply. Every decent human being has sympathy. I don't know. I've met some people that are okay with doing a lot of wrong to somebody. I also want to talk about another thing, but I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. If we want to keep this light and fun, then let's stop. But I feel like it's kind of fun to talk about some, not controversial, just like philosophical things, because then we can discuss our views on it. Okay, back to this. Are you good at picking up on the vibe in a room or knowing what a person is feeling without them telling you? Yeah, for sure. I feel like, I don't know if this is empathy though. I think this is awareness, because I think my awareness is very high. I'm not sure about my empathy. I'm going to say absolutely. Okay, do other people's feelings rub off on you? For example, if someone is angry or sad, not resulting from something you did, do you end up feeling the same way? Rarely. Okay. I see. Do you feel a need to help other people solve their problems? Not like if they don't ask me, because sometimes people don't want me to help them, or sometimes people don't want help. They just want to vent. So, save them? No. Sometimes there's more of a sense of obligation than a need. Only if I feel like I can truly help by offering practical aid. Yeah, I think maybe that one. Because I want to like offer a solution. This one's hard. Yeah, it's really hard to be there for people if you don't know exactly what they need. So I feel like that would be like a good question to ask. If someone has an issue, do you want me to help you problem solve? Do you want me to be support? Do you want me to just be a sponge and absorb what you're telling me? I feel like that it's hard. What can I do? Okay, so maybe sense of obligation and a need. I think practical aid. I already know what this is going to tell me. Have you ever been hit with a sudden wave of emotion, anger, sadness, anxiety, for no apparent reason and not related to any anxiety or depressive episode? Yes. A few times, maybe, I'll say. Have you ever been told that you're too sensitive? I guess a few times. Mostly by people in my family, because maybe I am sensitive to what they say. I care about their opinions, you know. At the end of the day, you typically feel physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, physically and emotionally exhausted, energized, sometimes physically exhausted, sometimes energized, sometimes, what is this? I guess I could say physically exhausted just because of what I do. Never energized. I'm just going to say that. I'm exhausted as well reading those choices. After spending a lot of time with other people, do you need to be on your own? Absolutely. Next. 8. You're about to walk into a very busy store. How do you feel? Whew. I feel uncomfortable. I realize I hate crowds so much. So much. I get crowd anxiety. Yes, I will avoid all stores, even if I need something. If I'm like, oh, I need like this grocery item and the grocery store is too busy, I'm out of there. Nope, abort mission, not happening. Your coworker's pet just died and he's devastated. You caught him tearing up a couple times. You're not particularly fond of the type of pet he kept. Snake tarantula. How do you respond? I'd share my condolences. I'd tell him how sorry I am for his loss. I'd be so sad for him. No. I'd tell him, get over it. It's just a pet. I wouldn't say anything. I'd just say, oh, I'm so sorry. But in my head, I'd kind of be like, well, actually, no. Deaths of pets, regardless, suck. So, yeah. But that's just my personal opinion. Damn, bro, that's sad. Want a beer? I feel like that's actually the best response ever. I have to tell you guys a story after. It's kind of sad, but I feel like it's where I can tell you because it happened a long, long time ago. Okay. Your partner is extremely emotionally intimate. Several times a week, you're flooded with I love yous, physical affection, sweet messages. Are you okay with this? That's a tough one. What do you guys feel about this question? Suffocating? See, this is so hard because I always thought that it would be suffocating. I'm like, no. But then I feel like I know myself, and if I'm not getting it, I'm also going to be like, hello, I feel like you don't like me, and I feel like I'm not, yeah. So at least I can admit that, like, I don't want too much of it, but I don't want none of it. It's really hard. Yeah. I'm going to say kind of, because I think I need to be real with myself here. I'm always like, oh, no, that's so clingy. That's so all this. But I don't think I'd also want someone who's not like that at all. Yeah, I don't know. Score my test. 52, that literally means nothing. Just sometimes not. I don't even feel like reading that. Wow. That was fun. Selective empathetic. Exactly. Okay, here's my story. It's just like a sad story, but so in high school, where do I start with this? A lot of bad stuff happened at my high school. Let's just say that. Here's a little insight to my life. I feel like I haven't really gotten like deep with you guys with this stuff. I don't really talk about things that, I guess my childhood? Is high school considered childhood? I don't know. My high school experience, I never really talk about it. And I feel like a lot of people reminisce on high school because it's like a big event for a lot of people. But for me, I'm good. That wasn't like a really like milestone kind of phase in my life. I don't really reminisce on it at all. See, you had a good time. See, that's good. If I feel like if people had a good high school experience, they're more likely to talk about it. For me, it wasn't like horrible. It's just like, I feel like my glow up or whatever you want to call it, just my success, my self-growth, all that stuff happened after high school. So, yeah, okay. If you guys could describe your high school experience with 1 to 3 words, I'll give you 3 if you need it, or 1 sentence. It wasn't anything special. Okay. So in my high school, there's a lot of like tragic events that happened, and there was this event where 2 of the boys that were in my grade went missing. They went on a trip together, a camping trip, and never came back. And we were like, everyone in our grade was like, oh, they just got lost. Something happened to them. They're coming back. And one of my best friends was dating the guy that had left. So she was obviously struggling. It's almost like one of those mystery stories because none of us know what happened. But listen, okay, we'll get to it. So they went camping to this lake, and we know exactly where they went. Like they had told us, they had posted about it. And so we know where they were camping. Just the 2 of them. They're good friends. And the girl didn't go. She was, I can't remember what she was doing, but she hadn't gone with them. They do it annually. And so they hadn't come back for a couple days, and we were starting to get worried. And so we started rallying to try to find them. And we made shirts that said, like, pray for the boys, like the boys will come back. We had huge banners saying things about them, pretty much just hoping that they would find them. And so time passed, and she wasn't coming to school, obviously, because she was really sad. And then I think it was like a couple weeks later, they had said that they're probably not alive. And so that was hard because we had to like accept it, obviously. And she had to go to the site. This is what's so crazy. She had to go, and pretty much what had happened, they found the bodies in the lake. So they were canoeing or doing something, kayaking, and maybe drinking. I don't know. We don't know. We don't actually know what happened. And maybe they weren't wearing life jackets. We know that. One of them had maybe gone overboard and the water was freezing cold and they went into shock or something like that. And maybe the other one tried to save them, but both of them ended up passing away. We were grade 10 or 11. So like 16 maybe, must have been. But yeah, very sad. And she was there for them finding the bodies, which must have been horrible. But so after this had happened, everyone's kind of like shaken up by it. I haven't seen her in a while. She hasn't come to school. I get a text from her, and she hasn't seen anyone. No one's spoken to her at all. And she said, "Hey, are you free?" I want to hang out. And I was like, how do I handle this? How do I handle this? I was like, her boyfriend just passed away and it's been a week and I'm the first person she sees. What do I like? I remember being like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to converse with her. I was 16 too. So it was like, I remember after being like, we hung out and I probably didn't say the perfect things. Like, it's really hard to ask like, oh, how are you doing? Or how are you, with small talk. And I'm like a teenager. I think I would be better at handling it that now, especially someone that's not good with like physical touch. Like I wanted to hug her, but I'm not good with that stuff. So I was just like, why me? Like, why was I the person that she wanted to see? Because she was closer with other people, but I was like, of course I'm going to go see her. I just didn't know how to handle it. And so, we like did a walk. We just like went for a hike or something. And she talked about it a little bit. Like, she talked about some of the stuff that had happened. And then, I asked her after and I was like, I'm surprised that you wanted to see me, like when you're going through such a tough time. And she said, yeah, you're the only person that I feel like I could see. And I was like, why? And she was like, I needed comedic relief. She's like, I needed someone to just make me smile, or like someone to get my mind off of it. Pretty much like humor as a distraction. And so I was like, you know what? I love that. Isn't that so cute? And I know I didn't handle it perfectly, like who would at that age, but I was just like, okay, that's like, it feels good that like that, the quirkiness comes into play sometimes, even if it is in terms of being empathetic. Sometimes people don't always need them to feel exactly what they're feeling. Sometimes they want their mind off of it and they want to think of things that could be quite distracting and pleasant for their mind. I'm still friends with her like through social medias and stuff, but I probably saw her like a few years ago at New Year's. But not like constant friends. Otherwise I don't feel like I would tell this story, because I would like, I'm not sure. I mean, it was so long ago. It was 12 years ago, but I think she would be okay with it. It's just yeah, we're not that close anymore. Well, that's the story. A lot of that kind of stuff happened at my high school. Yeah. So not the greatest experiences for people, but yeah, what I'm trying to say is I enjoy being that person, and it's not always for everybody, but if you are going through something and you need someone to maybe put a smile on your face, you can come to my stream, or we can talk, and hopefully I could do that. Yeah, come to me for comedic relief. That's just so funny. I was like, oh, maybe she thinks I'm like super like emotionally supportive. Like, nope. You think, oh, really? You think I'm bubbly? I think I'm more like that with you guys, because I feel like a lot of the times I can be kind of maybe monotone or like one-toned. Yeah, stoic? No. Aloof? What is that? Emo. Yeah, serious. I'm so serious. Emo bubbly. We still have Pikachu here. He's staying for a while. See, I set this sub goal being like, I'm gonna give them some time. I don't feel like making cake pops tomorrow or the next day. So I had to make the sub goal big enough that it's gonna take a while so I can prep. Okay? So let's respect that. Let's respect the time that it's gonna take. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hype. You won't complete it today. Let's do it over time, SD2. I don't even know what I'd do. I think I'd be like a little angry with you. No, I couldn't be angry at you, but you know what I mean. So we were supposed to do at the end of this stream, which might not happen, but so we my client is running a little bit late because he had a meeting downtown Toronto, and we were hoping to have him as a guest on this stream. If it doesn't happen this time, I will reschedule it. I'm not gonna like rush him to do it because he's doing it on his own time, and I feel like it would be cool to give you guys a little bit of insight. Yeah, it's Pierce, but he was supposed to get back a bit earlier and he might not be able to make it. But if he does, like, we'll stay on for a little bit more and see if he can. But if not, it'll be like a rescheduled stream. So maybe this would be a good time to submit any questions that we want to ask him. Okay, if you want to send questions in for the interview with Eclipso. Okay, so Pierce LePage, he is the current 2023 world champion in the decathlon. Oh, would you like to see a clip of it? Let me see if I can find one. And Pierce, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but I'm going to embarrass you. It just is what it is. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. This is a recap of his decathlon. So the decathlon consists of 10 different events, and you get points for every event. For the people who don't know, I do the heptathlon. So it's like the male version of what I do. And they do 10 events, we do 7 events. And it's pretty much the best all-around athlete. You get points for every single event you do. It's a combination of sprinting, jumping, throwing, and distance running. Everything. And whoever has the most points throughout the duration of all of the events accumulated at the end is the winner. So you don't necessarily have to win each event to be the overall winner. You just have to be the best all around in all of the events. I think it's so cool. I feel like we should do bets on it when you pick an athlete and follow them throughout the entire combined events. And it's in 2 days. So you do, yeah, you're right. You do 5 events on each day. So this video right here will take you through all of the events. And this competition, by the way, was the most competitive competition there has been for the decathlon. The depth that it had, like 8,000 points is like a milestone for a decathlete. Scoring over 8,000 points is like, makes you a pretty legitimate heptathlete. There's only been 4 people in the world that have scored over 9,000 points. Pierce scored 8,900 points. He's only 100 points away from being in the very small amount of people in the world that have ever scored over 9,000 points in the heptathlon. And the person who came second in this event at the World Championships is one of those people, Damian Warner. He's scored over 9,000 points, and he's the Olympic champ from 2021. So Pierce had to beat the reigning Olympic champion to win this meet. So I'll stop talking. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first event is the 100 meters. He's in lane 3.
No false starts here in Heat 3, and they are away down the track. Good start from Damian Warner, the Olympic champion. He's striding away in the middle of the picture, cuts the tape at 10.32 unofficially.
Okay, so Damian is fast. Damian is a speed decathlete. The guy who came second, he's also the reigning Olympic champ. So he's insanely fast in the 100 and the hurdles, and he's great at long jump. So he's a day one kind of guy. Like, those events are on day one. So Pierce just has to stay within striking distance of him if he wants to win, because Pierce is really good at the day two.
And here is Pierce LePage, really close to a seasonal best. Not sure that's going to be an improvement, but certainly one of the guys on paper who's going to come in here and challenge for this world title.
Pierce LePage of Canada probably thought he was having an all right morning, just underneath the 16-meter mark.
Good running by the Germany Tell, trying to put Victor.
Okay. Just to break it down. So this is day one. It goes 100 meter, and then they go to the long jump. And then they go to the shot put, and then they do high jump, which they didn't show, actually. They didn't show. And then the 400 meter. Yeah, Damien is really great at the speed events, so he's really good at long jump. He's jumped like 8:26 or something. Like Damien has, get this. So Damien has the world record in the decathlon for the 100, the hurdles, and the long jump. So 3 of the events. But it doesn't necessarily matter if you're not good at all of the events. You have to be good at all of them to be the winner. Pierce, I don't think he has really any weaknesses. He's a good pole vaulter. He's a good runner. Yeah, I just don't think there's anything where he falls too far behind. So he's always kind of like lurking within the top 3. And so I think those people on the second day who have weaknesses, they fall back. And there's no event that allows him to like give other competitors any breathing room. Yeah, he didn't win any of the events at Worlds, but he won the whole thing.
Under pressure, LePage loping his way towards the finish line, searching for every tenth of a second. Good run, 47 plus bits.
I'm so sorry, but I have to say one more thing about the 400. We had a bet on the 400. I said he doesn't he doesn't run the 400 enough to PB at Worlds. And he said that he is. He's going to run a PB. I was like, okay, let's make a bet then. If you're so confident you're going to run a PB in the 400. And he's like, okay, what's the bet? And I was like, I want a good steak dinner. Like, I want expensive steak. And his PB is like 46.80 something. So he had to really run fast. That's not like an easy personal best to beat. And he ran 47.23. He scared me a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna have to pay for this steak dinner. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I can't swing that. But it's okay. I got it. I did it. I got it. Here, this is day 2.
Start from Damien Warner.
Again, Damien's amazing at the hurdles.
Kyle Garland in the middle, but here goes Damien Warner. There's a big hit there on one of the later hurdles. Damien Warner stays strong though.
But look how close Pierce was to him, which really means a lot.
It's a bit modest, but it's a second or so faster than Leo Neugebauer. And that's 130 points in favour of the 2 Canadians. Roughly.
He's usually not that close to Damien.
Here in round 1. But good off LePage, that balanced.
He uses his length very well, and 50 meters is a lot of points.
LePage can
Canadians
really
are so good at this event. He absolutely crushed it in pole vault.
He's just in a groove. If he's driving a bobsled, he's not hitting the walls. He's just streaking right down the middle. And wherever he is mentally, he just wants to stay there.
For the first time in World Championship history.
And then we get to the last event, so the second day, they didn't show all the events. The second day of the decathlon is 100-meter hurdles. Then it goes to discus. Yeah, it goes to disc. And then, they didn't show javelin. So 100 hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, 1500. Different events than the heptathlon. So the one event that he is not so great at is the very last event. But it doesn't really matter because the 1500 for the decathlon, it's only 7 points a second. So in other things, for example, like the pole vault, the high jump, it's 30 points per bar. 30 points for 3 centimeters in the high jump. Like 20 centimeters in the long jump is almost 100 points. So 7 points per second in the 1500 is not that crazy. For us, for women, it's 14 points a second in the 800. So it really pays to be good at all of them because there's not one event, maybe other than the shot put, that is really lacking in points. So yeah, for example, I have beaten a girl by 10 seconds No, I've beaten a girl by 20 seconds in the 800 before. And that was almost 200 points. It was, I can't remember how many seconds. Do the math. And yeah, so going into it, I was almost 200 points down, and I beat her by so many seconds in the 800 that I ended up winning. It was so crazy. So it pays to be good at all the events, unless you or Piercing are good enough at 9 of them. Isn't that insane? Yeah, I'm Canadian. And this is what's crazy, is that we have 2 of the best athletes to ever do the decathlon in Canada. And we've also had, I'm still working my way up there, but I've been in the top 20 in the world. And Brianne Tyson-Eaton has also won a bronze medal in the last couple Olympics. Yet we don't acknowledge that we're good at the multi-events. Like, I just feel like that really pushes my buttons. We have the best athletes in the world in track and field for some of the events, and we don't talk about it. I don't know. That really, like, I just feel like they're clearly not doing it for recognition. Let's just say that. Because Damien is one of, Pierce is as well, but Damien is one of the most quiet, humble, professional people I've ever met, and he would never, ever ask for attention. So I am like, if they're not going to ask for it, I wish they would be given it because they deserve it. Yes, and exactly. Damien has been elite for 10 plus years, and he won GOTS 7 times. He is the GOTS king. Yet he's like so low key. Like, I don't think people understand that he's as good as he is because he doesn't want the spotlight. This is how much Damien doesn't want the spotlight. I don't think he would ever agree to this. It would be awesome. I think he likes to keep to himself. Like, he's a little bit more introverted that way. But me and Pierce are also training partners. So a little easier to get him on there. He is. He really is. We also had, I'll show you this race. Let me show you this race quick, because this is also one of my favorite Canadian athletes ever. And he's the nicest person ever. He won the 800 meter title for Canada. And he, like, you know, those people where you're like, how are you that nice? Like, I know something irks you, but what is it? Also at nationals, I talked to Marco, so the guy that I'm going to show you, Marco Arop, before my 800, and I just have so much respect for him. Like, he's such a good runner. He's trained so hard. He wants it so badly every time. And I wanted to, like, he was right after my 800. So I was like, I have to run this hard. Like, I can't make him think that I'm not, like, full sending it. I can't lose this guy's respect, you know? And so I went out there. I'm sure some of you have seen the video of me absolutely giving it my all in the last event of the heptathlon at the nationals, because I was only 18 points behind, and I really, really wanted to win, but I wasn't in shape to run a good 800, so I just literally, like, willed my way to the line. I was damaged physically for, like, weeks after. My esophagus. Like, I feel like I burned a hole in my esophagus. I couldn't catch my breath after the, what do they call it? Paramedics were there, like, being like, are you okay? I'm like, I just ran really hard. Like, I don't know what to say. And then Marco was like, after, like, nice run. I was like, yes! So I'm still fangirling, but okay, here it is. So this is at the Worlds. He's in lane 7. Watch his race tactic.
Live here from the Hungarian capital.
Yeah, exactly.
For an electric men's 800 meter world championship final.
This guy has also been at many major championships and has never won a medal. And I think it's because his race tactic has always been slightly off. And this time he nailed it. And I don't even think it was a great race tactic. I just think he's trained so hard for so many different options of races that he can race it any way now. From the front, from the back, from the middle. It doesn't matter. He's just like in such good shape.
The final of the men's 800 meters.
He's also super tall.
In Budapest on a sticky, humid, atmospheric evening. Fascinating to see who's bold enough.
So he doesn't get out hard. He kind of goes to the back.
21-year-old from Great Britain at the moment. A-Rope of Canada, the gigantic figure who led from 300 meters.
Yeah,
last year,
for sure.
has this time decided to go to the back. And he
So
gets
Arop's
his
at the
heels
back.
by Adrian Ben, the Spaniard. This is slow at the moment, and it's going to turn into a massive burner.
Well, we didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo.
I
have my, I don't know if you can
but
see it.
Wanyonyi is starting to pick that tempo up here. Patterson of Great Britain's having a great race tucked in behind, but it's going to be fascinating to see when Arab makes his move.
52.6.
Tactical for some.
No.
Not for me. So see, Marco's starting to go now. But he's in lane 2, so I don't know if that's great.
Look at Arope coming up on the outside. Sajati
There he goes.
now making a big move. And look at this. Arope
See,
running wide in
before
lane
this
3.
would have been too soon.
Sajati is the Algerian
He would have died.
commissions.
But he's in such good shape now.
Masalele is sandwiched in between Wanyonyi and Sajati, and now the Algerians' head beginning to rock and roll. Arope pulling away from the rest of the field here. What a way to win this would be. Watch for Sajati and Wanyonyi in second. Patterson on the inside. Arope strikes gold for Canada. Silver for Kenya, and it's a brilliant bronze for...
I think it's just crazy because I know how many years this has been in the making. Like, he's been 4th, he's been 5th, he's been 3rd. Like, he's been those places before. And it's so cool to see an athlete disappear for like a year and then come back with like more in their arsenal. You know what I mean? Like, just more tools, more resources, more just ammo to give. It's so cool. He's raced this tactic so many times and got beaten at the line. But here, something in his training, like, he's able to maintain that at the end. So they're doing an awesome job in training. I don't know. I thought that was so cool because I just like seen that tactic fail multiple times from him, and I think it's just him knowing what went wrong and maybe the weaknesses in the past and adjusting. So, okay. Well, Pierce said he's home. You guys want to do it? Okay. I feel like I'm going to know the answers to a lot of these questions already. I literally have no lingering questions when it comes to track. I see it all firsthand, you know? How does it feel? That's the number one hot question. For me, it's hard because, not hard. I'm saying I do 7 events and I think it's the most grueling task to ever exist. But then I'm like, oh, they do 10. I do a pentathlon indoor, which is 5 events. They do that back to back. And we don't pole vault. The women, like, we don't pole vault, but pole vault is similar to high jump in the way that you keep going until you fail 3 times at a bar. And that is just so exhausting because you never really get to enjoy your successes because you have to go to the next height. You're like, oh, sick, I jumped at a height that I've never jumped before. Got to rally for the next one. You can't just be like, oh, great. Like, success. It always ends on a failure, to say. It's so cute. So he gave our coach, Greg, they both get medals because apparently the coach gets a medal as well. And he gave it to him today. It was so awesome. And the medal is like, has a piece of the track with it. So it's really cool. Yeah, you know, I feel like I have to really specialize at the heptathlon, so I don't have a lot of time to make cake pops, I guess. It's sad. Okay, are you guys ready? We have the 2023 Decathlon. I've never done an interview. I've never been an interviewer before. Anyways, here we go. Okay, sweet. So, thank you for coming on my show.
Oh my god.
So this is my first client for my guest streams. He was really hard to book. How many?
Busy guy, got things to do.
Tell the audience how many interviews you've done since you became the world champ.
I have done roughly 13 interviews, I think. And I love every second of it. You know what I love the most? Is when they ask me, how does it feel? They ask me, what's it like?
Listen.
I love answering it 13 times.
Well, I'm really glad you brought that up because we have a few people in the chat who want to ask you that exact question.
Yeah, I'll answer every one.
Okay, so I guess just to get it out of the way, what was it like and how did it feel to be the world champ? I'm so sorry for asking you this.
Let me tell you something. It was, and it felt. You know?
Oh, that's it.
That's how I answer you. What was my favorite or worst favorite part about it?
Wait, I'm supposed to ask you the questions. Hold on.
Sorry, I was reading your chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the interviewer, okay?
Sorry.
Do you shower with your gold medal?
Yeah, I actually wear it at all times. If you see me at the track, it's around my neck.
Yeah, it's under his shirt.
Yeah, under my shirt.
That kind of, like, what do you do with a medal? This is my question. If you, like, it's something that obviously you are, like, one of your most cherished accomplishments. I'll say that for you. So, like, do you just let it sit on your counter, or are you going to do something with it?
Here's the thing. It's less about the medal, George Ellenwood. It's more about the performance. It's the memories.
Mark that down, everybody.
The medal is just a reminder of what I went through. The medal is cool. Shit, cool, cool. Yeah. It's nice to wear. It's nice to show. But when I look at it, you know what I think? I think of pole vault. I think of high jump. I think of running the 1500. You
do?
That's what I think. I think of all the craziness in the back room, all the training camps, training, all the stuff, the whole year. That's what I think of.
Okay, that's a good answer. Because I think what would be interesting for people to hear is what is something that you can tell people about an event like the World Champs, or like what goes on behind the actual events that people don't get to see at all. Like it would be almost like a secret to tell people, Did you just drop one of your drinks?
Yeah, I did. It's not a secret, but I think, and you know, because Georgia does multi-events, is sometimes how crazy the back room gets in between events. Like, for example, after hurdles, I was in Group A of discus because there's Group A and B because only one pit to throw. When we went to the back room, you have 5 minutes to get all your shit, get your spikes off, get all your shit for discus. So, you don't swear on this, do you? Can I say fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're already past that.
Get all your fucking shit, and you bring it over. And let's say you need to get taped, you need whatever. It's just kind of crazy. And I feel like people don't understand how crazy it is in the back room. Something funny, something interesting. So we had a big break in between day 1 and 2, and there was this Algerian coach, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know who he was coaching. I don't know what was happening. This guy goes and takes a shower, okay? So picture this. He's like shorter. We'll say shorter. And he's, let's say, bigger. Mm-hmm. And basically, we're all sitting there. They turn down the lights. We're all sleeping. He comes in. I hear...
Whoa, you got...
Shirt off, in his underwear, hairy as fuck, just things like that.
He was walking around. Did he get uncomfortably close to you at all?
He would look into. We had cubicles. Every decathlete or heptathlete had a cubicle with an air mattress. He'd look into the air mattress, look in like the boogeyman. Anyways, that's my story.
What? Wait, was he like? He must have known that was weird if everyone was looking at him. Or is that normal for Europeans?
Hopefully there's no Europeans in chat, but that's just how Europeans are.
There's Europeans in chat, but that's okay. They might
love you. And I love how you guys have zero air conditioning. You just accept it.
Yeah. So, can you name like 2 good things about Europe and competing in Europe?
Of course, Budapest, super pretty. Spain, super pretty.
Okay, so just scenic.
Food was pretty good. You guys have great coffee. I feel like it's way more homey there. You know, you guys are for the boys, for the girls.
Okay, that's
and
good.
Worlds, Budapest, that World Championship is probably the best put together World Championships I've ever been in. So those are good points for Europe. You guys just have no AC, and you have too much cured meats.
Yeah, lots of meats.
Love your sausages.
Charcuterie is big. Okay, here's another question. I might have lost it, but I think I remember it. Do you like where you're training at currently, or would you train somewhere else? And not including Greg, because I know that you have Greg in the highest honor. But just facility-wise, like we train at York. It's maybe not the best facility, but it provides what we need. Is there anywhere else you would rather train, like location-wise?
Okay, I'll just give you like an ideal place, not like an actual. Wait, okay. Do you actually just want me to name another place?
Well, no. Do you even think about that?
Name another place? I don't think about it, but if I were to go train somewhere, California, bro, it's
really
like the same weather all the time, and it's like beautiful there. So why not?
Yeah, that's true.
I would miss this. I would miss the seasons, but for training, come on.
Yeah, I think it is hard, even from Vancouver. Like it rains there, but we don't have an indoor track. So I think in Toronto, just like the wind and the chilling cold in the winter, it gets a little depressing inside because we have an indoor track, but there's no windows. It's incredibly quiet. And we also have to deal with like other people. So there's like classes in there from the university that are training around us, which is kind of funny because it's like, that's why it's funny that like, you're the world champ, because it's like it's so casual back at home, you know, even though people recognize that you are. It's just like it's kind of a joke in a way, the way that we're like,
I am a joke.
Okay. Okay, what is your favorite game right now?
So I'm back on the League of Legends grind. Do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. But I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well in the Rift. You know, men are born in the Rift.
Okay.
And that's all I gotta say. Play some League. Who thinks Georgia should play League with me?
Next question. So is there any correlations between gaming and your track life? What kind of things do you draw inspiration from, if anything? Or how does it complement each other?
Here's the thing. Being competitive is being competitive, whether it's in video games, whether it's in chess, if it's in, you know, doing Rubik's Cubes, whether it's in, I don't know.
Board games. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. So you know, it just translates. That's my answer. It just translates. You know, I've been competing in League of Legends for a long time. I got the brain to compete. That's just how it is. I feel like here's real talk. You guys listening? Real talk. You guys coming close in this huddle. You listening?
It's okay. You guys can stay where you are.
Okay. Yeah. No. You guys get in here. I want to see you in chat. You guys get in here. Here's the thing. I feel like
this is going to be revolutionary information.
I feel like athletes or people who are competing and stuff, sometimes it's like, oh, it's hard to compete. It's hard to get your mind in the zone, blah, blah. I feel like I've been doing that since I was 12. So it's very easy for me to translate that to real life sport.
That's good. I like that.
Because I've been, since I was 12, playing competitive League of Legends.
So
being competitive isn't a new thing for me. And honestly, it was harder in League.
Okay. Do you feel like
because it's a team sport.
Automatic though, or do you actually feel like motivation to win? Or do you feel like it's kind of just ingrained in you, like you said, from when you're young?
Am I trying to win? Also, shout out to Amy Laney. You come to my stream sometimes.
Yeah, she's legit. She also asked a few questions. If you could be world champ at any game.
Not answering your question. Anyways, what was your question again?
I'm asking her question. I'm relaying it.
Oh. What was it?
No, I'm not going to ask.
Who's my best friend? George Owenwood.
Oh.
She came into my life, and we've been girls since.
We are, we like to be
We've been
referred...
bays since.
We like to be referred to as either Team Rocket or Power and... What's the guy's name? Or no.
Here's the thing. She listens to me rant.
Do you even listen to what I said right then?
Yeah, Team Rocket.
And no, the other one from Power, or no, from Chainsaw Man. Power and who else?
Power and Denji.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like them. We're like those people. Here's the thing. We walk around the track. Okay, I don't know. You guys might think we're pretty cool.
I think we're pretty cool.
We walk around the track like total losers. Where we're jumping on mats, we're doing backflips, we're getting made fun of.
Yeah,
we get bullied every day. Every day, every night, we get bullied.
Honestly, I would rather you not bring that up because it's going to bring out a lot of emotions in me that I'm not prepared to discuss at the moment.
We cry. We literally cry.
No, he's saying losers as in like, we forget that other people
like
exist.
We're dweebs.
It's almost like when someone talks to us where we're in that kind of mode of training and being stupid, we're like, oh, there's other people here. Like, that's embarrassing. We think of them as like NPCs, and we are the main characters.
We're the main characters, but we're the side characters, you know? We're the main character. We think we're main characters, but we're side characters. But we're funny.
Yeah, we don't need anyone to acknowledge that we're the main characters except for ourselves. Would you consider yourself a competitive person in general?
Nope. Not really.
Just selectively competitive?
I think if I care about something, then I'll be competitive about it. But if I don't care, then I think I'm a pretty good sport. I can have fun, you know? I can just enjoy and lose.
That's good. I think that's it's good to have some balance there.
How about you? How about you, George Elwood? I don't know. I've already have a reputation on here a little bit.
You do?
You do?
What, for being competitive?
Rage quitting?
Oh, yeah, that's fine, though. That's just for fun. I like to just get the people going. It's nothing for me. I feel nothing inside. Are you...
Height, 6'7". Starfield, overrated.
He's 1 foot taller than me. Guys, I'm not even short. I'm 5'7", and everyone thinks I'm puny.
Small.
Me, tall, normal, height. Him, gigantic.
Small. Me, tall.
Small.
Starfield's no Baldur's Gate.
Is that okay?
Yeah, who should Georgie interview next? I'm thinking Elon Musk. Maybe Barack Obama.
That's actually not bad. Maybe the Dalai Lama. Is he alive?
The Pope.
Oh, that's what I was going to...
Let's bring them all over.
Yeah, honestly, I think I could just send them a DM. Can I ask you one more question before we go? Do you think you're an empath in any form?
No. I think that word is cringe.
Okay. Okay, why?
Am I empathetic? I do think I'm empathetic. I actually won the empathy award in elementary school.
Well, things can change, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm very empathetic.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on my first session of talks. Oh, I need to name this. I need to think about a name for these segments.
No,
oh, you have more to say. Okay.
Going deep. Georgia's going deep with people.
Yeah, good one. Okay, I think maybe I should talks with
G.
That's okay.
G and P.
Yeah, but you're not going to be... Do you want to be a co-host?
This episode would be called...
That would be hilarious. Maybe you can just be like a part-time co-host.
I just want to be a character. I want to come in every now and then leave.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's how I'm going to be a character, because I'm going to ask your chat a question. Mm-hmm. Ding, 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 ding. Are you ready?
You want to ask the chat a question?
Guys, Actually, I'm not going to ask it. Never mind. I'm not going to ask it. I changed my mind.
Okay, well...
It might be too controversial.
Okay, well...
It's about dogs. It's about dogs and me.
About dogs and you?
A specific dog, like a pit bull.
Oh, we're not getting into this right now because I don't have enough time. This would be an all-night stream, and we can settle this on, like, an individual level, don't you think? We've already tried multiple times.
I don't know if we can. That's why I wanted to open. Like a company's private. I'm trying to open this stock up. I'm trying to go public.
No, this is the thing. You don't want to do that, and I know this. You don't want to do it because you're scared they might be on my side. You're scared.
I'm not scared to be.
Yeah.
I'm not scared for people to disagree with me.
And this is what's going to happen. He's going to just phrase the question in a way that caters to you guys agreeing with him, even though that wasn't the original question.
I'm going to phrase the question exactly how it should be phrased. But you guys, we're going to leave you on the edge. Find out next time on G and sometimes P Talks, where she talks to people who are sometimes considered cool.
Yes, now they're cool because they're the world champs. Before they weren't, but their accomplishments define them. So, yes.
All right, I'll let you end your stream.
All right, everyone say bye. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Never mind. Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bye. All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was fun. He said that he would be back. So if we think of any other questions, keep them in that little noggin of yours, and we will ask it next time. You know, it's really hard to keep it formal and professional when it's somebody that you've known for a long time and you see nearly every day. But that's just how it is. Okay. Yes, the pitbull question might come up, but it also might trigger something in me that you guys haven't seen yet. And I don't know. I have to keep it cordial. We get into some heated, I wouldn't even call them arguments because it's like they're just disagreements. We think we have different opinions and they go head to head often. But we're still here. We're still going strong. So it's whatever. All right, guys. Thank you so much for this stream. Thanks for getting the sub goal started. Awesome. If you got gifted a sub or subbed yourself, you can join the Discord, which is pinned in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye, guys.